Leonardo watch escaping with a bizarre creature in a jar. Zap saves him from falling, and Fempt appears on the screens, revealing that he invented a creature that grows and eats for 6 hours, 6 minutes, and 6 seconds. Another jar breaks, and the beast eats the person and develops. Zap and Leonardo flee more creatures. Libra kills Zap's pursuers. Claws effortlessly kills more superbugs after Chain warns them. Leonardo gets excited, approaching Federation Hall, but Doghammer and Deldro Brody warn him and protect him from the tank firing. They accidentally launch Leonardo back to his environment while protecting him. Franz pacifies Leonardo. Leonardo rides a coworker's pizza delivery scooter to Federation Hall and finds Claus and Steven kidnapped, and Rachel wants Franz's head. Steven and Claus assure Leonardo they're being cautious to avoid more mishaps. When Duke kills everyone, Steven freezes Duke while Claus smashes him. Franz begins a speech, and Leonardo wants to wait to discuss recompense for his destroyed home, but Libra threatens the monster will know where he lives and kill him, making Leonardo weep for his X-Station. Claus and Steven found a baby 3 years ago while driving in the Great Collapse fog. Hospitalize it. The guards outside shoot as they greet the doctor and Luciana Estevez in the hospital. Claus and Steven meet a blood breed who claims to stroll his dog. Claus wonders if they produced this cloud, but the blood breed explains this world has always been, and sometimes the human and this world mingle. He unleashes his dog, who quickly passes Claus and Steven and enters the hospital, while the blood breed attacks Claus and Steven, who block his attack and freeze and break the blood breed arm, but he regenerates it instantly. Claus confronts the blood breed alone, while Steven kills the dog and returns in 100 seconds. A structure falls but stops before crushing them. The blood breed retreats, saying the human world has powerful casters. Claus and Steven awake in the city without the hospital. After a crash, hospital workers help. After meeting the doctor, they enter the hospital and find numerous younger Lucianas scared by Claus. Claus holds her hand and watches another copy of her run. The hospital director, Magra de Grana, recalls that 3 years ago, the Beyondians were in disarray and he found Luciana seriously injured. He allowed her to separate herself and undergo simultaneous high-speed treatments, even though it would make her inhuman. Claus apologizes for not protecting Luciana, but she says it's alright and discloses that the other people from 3 years ago are on life support in human cocoon form, because the beast's seeds are resting in their bodies and absorbing energy. Because their feeding stopped 13 hours ago, they surfaced here. Leonardo dreams about Michela's forced choice and eyes. He wakes up on a curve and hears Count Giga Massif is moving, and they must avoid him. While visiting the Giga Massif, Leonardo accidentally bumps into a stranger who gets mad and leads Leonardo watch into an alley. Chain is flying by, but ignores Leonardo, so the man beats him and robs him. Zap looks for the cat, while Steven welcomes guests and releases Veded for the night. Leonardo awakens without his wallet or Michela's stipend. Leonardo tells Sonic he doesn't like people like him. Taking Patrick's stun baton, he requests his wallet from a pub patron, who pulls a knife. Leonardo pulls out the stun baton and says he won't kill him, but the man asks if he has a pacemaker and hits him as he hesitates. He stun batons Leonardo outside. He buys Chain a pub drink to tease her. After he agrees, the pub bets on a drinking game. Chain drinks them easily, and he finds her too strong, making him worried he's being scammed, but now he's unable to pay, so they use their body. Later, Zap tells Leonardo his dilemma and asks him to find the cat, but Leonardo can't find one he's never seen. Zap cries over Tracy's indifference to Leonardo's spell removal requests. Veded drives her car with her son and daughter and finds a cat and 2 headless barmen. General Ganon calls a woman to verify the werewolf squad. She said they entered him and started shooting at him. Delimid chastises Chain, Emelina, Olga, Janet, and Im for missing General Ganon in the office with 94 shots. The girl is delighted when the deputy chief claims God wants them to avoid assassination. Chain disperses, and Im thinks it's about tokens. Im guesses the other girl's most important thing, but Chain tells her she needs to decide soon and won't disclose her token. Chain then shows Leonardo chastising Nedge for forgetting their meeting and suggesting he get a phone, but Nedge responds he would buy burgers. Chain sends Nedge a memo as the burger spirit. She resumes her journey until Steven calls to say the plan worked and the General's Bloodbreed Soldier program is dead. He praises her and encourages rest. She sleeps quickly after returning home to trash and empty alcohol bottles. Later, the General asks a woman how the invisible werewolf came into his house. She replies his defenses can't trap them and reveals their ability. The next day, Chain arrives at Libra and trips on Zap, who gets angry and says he'll use her enormous knockers for some rocky action, hitting them. But Chain gives him a scared grimace, and Zed O'Brien considers it disgusting sexual harassment. Delimid tasks her and another werewolf. Delimid says they targeted BB virus warheads, figuring BB stands for Bloodbreed, and while it may be a trap, they must halt the missiles. He shows the floor plan and orders them to turn off 4 PCs. Rockets launch as they land. Option B disarms and sends the weapon over the water, but they invade. Girls hack computers. Claus enters Delimid's surgery room with Velvet Reinkheimer's image. Delimid said they should have killed her because she had changed since the Werewolf Bureau. The chief claims she no longer picks on werewolves. Claus claims she bargained with Zeodra, the king of hypersensitivity, 2 weeks ago. Claus feels Velvet used him to attack werewolves. Velvet reveals herself by seizing each werewolf chick. Velvet said the rocket will resume if they don't reach the console. Chain fights are funny since the werewolf is invisible. Velvet hunts for Chain but cannot find her, wondering how much she diluted. If she dilutes, the girls warn Chain may not return. Velvet's awareness discovers Chain. Velvet accidentally discharges Chain's gun. Freeing the other girls neutralizes the warhead. Gilbert checks the order when a tentacle breaks his neck. Leonardo assists with boxes. Gilbert contacts Catherine Bates, the Reinhardt's family had made, to hide his wounds, but Catherine already knew because Claus can't hide things from her. Gilbert gets help. Philip Lenore from the Reinhardt's family Special Butler Corps introduces himself and offers to take Gilbert's chores till he recovers. Philip enjoys serving Claus tea before calling Gilbert. Zap said Philip might replace Gilbert after Philip helped him with his broken arm. Leonardo then leads Philip to Hell Salem's lot and Vivian's dinner. Leonardo stops him from saying he's from Libra because many people have problems with Libra and it's better to keep it a secret. As they encounter a Beyondian, Philip instructs Leonardo to surrender his loot. Returning Leonardo's wallet, he defeats the Beyondian. Leonardo says his money is hidden in his clothes and his wallet is a deception to avoid being robbed. Philip sees Gilbert working on Libra's command uplink system and offers to teach him so he can rest. But Gilbert refuses because it would drain his brain and make him a target for humans and non-humans. Philip grasps Gilbert feels weak and wonders why he lets Leonardo come and go. But he argues he must have learned from Leonardo that tackling problems head-on isn't the only way. Philip enters Libra the next day, making Zed uncomfortable. Gilbert Morse codes him behind the command console. Philip tells Gilbert his brain and eye were gone when he touches his face with his left arm. Telling him to use the console knocks him out. Gilbert wants Leonardo to see Philip's brain. Gilbert advises Claus not to get involved because Philip would be upset when he finds he endangered his master. Gilbert, Leonardo, Zap, and Zed steal the car. Philip wakes. Gilbert gives the Beyondians 3 options: release his brain and go, battle them and lose it, or destroy it and kill them. Gilbert thinks the Beyondians will apologize to his fellow butler. Gilbert's industrial autoguns murder Beyondians. Beyondians examine Philip's brain. They chase him without striking. Gilbert shoots the Beyondian to save Philip's brain. Zap and Leonardo argue on a mission, revealing their location. Zap kicks Leonardo unconscious. He wakes up at a hospital after dreaming about his sister and obtaining the eyes. Luciana says Zap failed a headbutt, angering Leonardo, but he knows Zap lied. Luciana warns Leonardo about helping his sister walk and sight again. He's all-seeing. Magra de Grana affirms that in all known examples of the eyeballs emerging, someone close fell blind, but none specified if they were removed, leading him to assume that a significant sacrifice to a divine being is needed to remove it. Her driver, pausing her music, surprises him. After assignments, she plays again. She recognizes Zed's headphones. 2 guys buy or kill Zed for her. Their drunken phone theft suffocates Zed. Zap, Leonardo, and Chain rescue Zed before he dies. Leonardo feared stealing his Zed-only air gills. Steven thinks Zed will miss the New Year party if they don't find them. Leonardo's air gills return when Zed puts the flyer on the tank glass to see it. Before Chain joins Leonardo, Libra emphasizes monsters attacking the city. Zed dreams of the first time he rose from the water using Raju's blood technique and relished the world outside, then wakes up in his tank to find Gilbert waiting for him. Leonardo and Chain's battle Cyborg Weaponry Company, while Hala Dynamics grew swiftly. Leonardo and Chain stop Zap from entering and introduce themselves. He asks if their wrath is individual. Zap and Chain argue after Leonardo criticizes Zap's Zed hatred. Zap tells a guard they're looking for men in trench coats who robbed their friend, and one of them charges Zap, but he blocks the attack. Zap kills trench coats. Business owners see Chain use headphones in her room. If the female is arrogant, Chain chokes her from behind. Gilbert and Zed strangle against a power-suited man as they depart Puppy Loves Museum art, while Alice, the jail warden, worries that they don't release SS-rank criminals. Claus reassures her. A mystery entity reveals Real wishes he was bigger and stronger to prevent such disasters. Lee Gatto alerts Leonardo about Gemnimo. This exosuit says Lee Gatto is a microorganism, not a flea. Lee Gatto sends Leonardo to find and arrest Gemnimo, but his supergiant weapon breaks. Leonardo's landlady then requests him to rescue her cat from the building maze. Sonic and Leonardo find the cat in the maze. KK asks Alan if he's here for the kids. Alan says he is here for the same reason as her, he's a parent too, but a Fang Hunter noticed him and he must fight her. Caroline and Kane seek for them, distracting Alan and letting Steven penetrate him. KK returns Kane to class. Alan and his daughter depart the city to avoid the Fang Hunters while Steven is unwell. Leonardo is video chatting with Black. Black tells Leonardo to call his sister, but his sister Michelle tells him she's planning to get married and plans to visit him in Hell Salem. So Libra tells Leonardo that they're going to protect him and his sister. The only thing is that the husband is possessed by someone else with the all-seeing eyes. He is named Dr. Gamimozu. He had it over 50 years, tells Leonardo that it's been around even longer than that, going to human, spying on the human race. But Leonardo is called to go help with Libra, and Dr. Gamimozu tells Leonardo that he is planning to possess his body. Leonardo Watch is walking, thinking what is happening, what he heard, while being watched by Dr. Gamimozu, so he tries to lose him but is unable. Luckily, Claus felt something weird, so he calls all Libra to go find Leonardo Watch. So, Leonardo is now fighting Dr. Gamimozu and manages to break Dr. Gamimozu's eyes. Right when Leo is close to losing, Claus comes in to save him. Claus tells Leonardo Watch he is glad to have him in Libra. Thanks for seeing my channel, So Anist, Some Anime Stuff. Today, Blood Blockade Battlefront Beyond. Remember to hit the like and subscribe button. That's a wrap up for today. Till then, peace out.